Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Thumma ma ba'd, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us that we are all in a state of failure, a state of loss. So how do we get out of this loss? Allah gives us 4 things that we need to do to escape from this loss. So these are a matter of our survival, our success. Okay, this is what success is. This is the ultimate success. Okay, escaping from the state of loss that we're in. Allah says, "Wal asr, innal insana lafi khusr." Okay, swearing by time, no doubt about it. Truly, every human being is immersed in loss. Illa alladhina, except those who amanu, those who had iman. This is the first condition for us to be saved from loss. Okay, the first condition is iman. Now, the scholars will tell you that in our path towards Allah, there's 3 different levels. Okay, there's Islam, there's iman, and there's Ahsen. Okay, now Islam is where we know that we need to do the actions. Okay, we know that we need to do certain actions, but we force ourselves to do these actions. Okay, it's not necessarily out of a love of Allah that we do these actions, it's because we need to do them. So, for example, waking up for Fajr, Salat in the morning, you know, we may get up, but it's more, oh, I just need to get up, I need to pray, and it's not really out of a love of Allah that we're doing it, it's more of a chore. Okay, this is the first level, this is Islam, okay, this is a Muslim. The next level is Iman, okay, a mu'min. A mu'min, this is where we are doing the actions that we are supposed to do, but we are actually developing our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At the same time, we are tasting the sweetness of that relationship with Allah. So we get up for Fajr Salat in the morning because we're eager to praise, to glorify our Creator, to ask for assistance, to ask for guidance. So we do this out of a love for Allah, okay? This is Iman. And the last level is Ihsan, a Muhsin. Okay, this is where we worship Allah like we see Him, or if not, like He sees us. And this is what we should all aspire to, inshallah. So in fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying the first condition for our success, okay, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, we need Iman, okay, Iman. We don't need Islam, we need Iman. It's a higher level. It's where we are tasting that sweetness of our relationship with Allah. We are developing that relationship. This is really important to understand, okay. We may not be aware of this, and we will talk about this more later, inshallah. So the next thing, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمِنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. عَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. These are good deeds, good actions, and the fact that salihat is being used, okay, this implies, this is a feminine plural, and it implies a few good actions that we do, okay? It's just a few in number, but we do them regularly. So the deeds that we do, it's like a medicine, okay? We take medicine regularly, okay, we get healed. Slowly we'll get healed even more. So we do these regular good deeds, slowly, they'll fix us, okay, they'll make us even better. So this is the second condition of success, doing of good actions, good deeds on a regular basis. So the third thing, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمِنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. تَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. Okay, this is advising each other to the truth. And tawasaw from wasiya. Wasiya is when you make a will. So it implies we don't have much time left. We need to give very sincere advice, which is very important, like when you're making a will. And scholars say the benefit of ba in watawasaw bil haq, the benefit in using the ba is 3 things, okay? One is when you advise people, you advise each other truthfully. You're not shy to tell people, to be honest with them what the truth is. Secondly, you advise with the truth. You advise with the Quran and with the Sunnah, the way the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You use this method of advising people. So the third thing is, you advise to the truth, okay? You keep encouraging other people, encourage Muslims to focus on your goal. Don't give up, okay? Don't lose motivation. So that's the third thing, advising each other to the truth. And the last thing, وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Okay, this is the 4th thing that we need. Advising each other to patience, to perseverance. And the scholars say, perseverance, okay, especially with family. When we advise family, normally family will be the ones that will annoy us the most, okay, the ones closest to us. So we need to be patient, we need to persevere with our family. And secondly is commitment, okay? we need to keep committed. We need to advise each other to keep committed. Don't get lazy in your efforts towards the deen. And thirdly, you advise each other to remain constant, okay? Don't slack in your efforts towards the truth. Imam Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah, he said that you advise people to stay committed, okay? Whether you're going through ease or whether you're going through hardship, keep on advising to the truth, okay? So persevere, be patient in this cause. So these are the 4 things that we need for our success, okay? To escape from the loss, from the failure that we're in. And this is absolutely vital for us. And Allah has said, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. And is in between each of these things, which indicates that this is a must. We need to do all 4 things. And note also that Allah says, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ. So this is an exception, okay? So, if you write some code, if you're a programmer, you write some code, and then you'll write an exception, and this will just be to capture the errors, okay? These will just be a few. So Allah is saying that the majority of people, they are actually at loss, illa, except alladhina, those who do the 4 things. So that means that this is the exception, okay? The people that do these 4 things, they will be in the minority. This is the exception. And this ties into the hadith we discussed. The Prophet ﷺ said that the strangers are the ones who will be getting the good news, okay? They'll be in the minority. So if you look at society around you, okay, you'll see that the majority, they actually define the ways of life at the moment. So, by default, the majority are currently at loss. And they'll see you as weird if you practice your deen, and we already discussed this. So we need to rearrange our thinking, okay, on what success is, based on the demands that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator, puts on us in this surah. And the thing is, this is actually the bare minimum that we need to do. So when you go into an exam, you just need to pass the exam. I just need to avoid grade F. So this is the bare minimum that we need to do to succeed. And if you're drowning in loss, if you're drowning in water, for example, you don't think about the promotion at work, do you? You're just concerned about surviving. So similarly, we can't think about the higher levels of Jannah, paradise, until we make sure that we are not failing, until we're meeting the bare minimum. So there is a real urgency here in the surah. Now, we know that success starts with Iman. Okay, this was the first condition of our success. This is very important, okay? The first condition Allah mentioned is very important. We need this, we need Iman to survive. This is our first criteria. So the question is, what is Iman? And how can we test for ourselves if we have Iman? Or how can we test how our Iman is? So inshallah, we will discuss this in the next part. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.